welcome to Curry TV. How many of you tried Kerala style calamari roast? Be honest. I don't know how many, but this is one of our favorites when we visit India. So let me show you how to make Kerala style calamari roast. So calamari is actually a squid, and we have the big jumbo rounds that we can fry or we can have it as finger food. The choices are endless. We can deep fry it. There's beer batter. Lots of varieties, but the Kerala style is so different. The texture, the look, the feel, everything is so different. Let me show you why it's different. So these are the ingredients we'll be using for this recipe. I have fresh curry leaves. This is kamboj, one type in the tamarind family. Fresh slice of coconut. This is the secret ingredient in this recipe. This is half cup of fresh slice of coconut. Okay, don't avoid that. I have 3 shallots, very thinly sliced. Now our spices. So I have black pepper, turmeric powder, coriander powder, red chili powder, and we're going to be tempering all this in mustard and coconut oil. So let me also infuse that oil with some other spices. So that is red dried chilies. This one is the Kashmiri chili. It doesn't have much spice, but it has the color, the rich red, like my shirt, right? I have that, and 4 cloves of garlic, about 10 pearl onions. Pearl onions are nice, but it has a little bit of tanginess in there. It just adds such a great complement to the squid or calamari. And a small piece of ginger, okay? We're gonna crush all 4 of this together, and then I'll show you the next step. So I didn't tell you about our main hero. This is about 1 pound of frozen calamaris. This is the big jumbo rounds. There is some small ones, so this is 1 pound. This is what I'm going to be using. We also need to start our kamboj, the tamarind, in water. So what I have is 1 cup of really hot water. The tamarind or the kamboj is already washed, so we're just going to drop it into that, and you can see the color change. It will just happen really fast, okay, because it's hot water. While that is doing its job, let me crush together all of these ingredients, and we'll meet you back here. Okay, I'm back with my crushed ingredients, which is the garlic, ginger, our red dried chilies, not the spicy one, just for the color, and about 10 pearl onions. It doesn't have to be precise 10, but give and take. You know, if some pearl onions are big, some are small, so depending on your desire, you could add or less. So this is 10 pearl onions that I've crushed. All good to go. Now, if you have all this ready like how I have it, this should be done within 10 to 12 minutes. That's it. Because squid doesn't take a long time to cook. Alright? So let's get our stove going. Into that stove, I'm going to pour 3 tablespoons of coconut oil and wait for that to heat up, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, our pan is hot, our oil is hot. Let's add in 1 teaspoon of mustard. And let that do its dance. Okay, mustard has done its job. Let's add in our crushed ingredients. Okay, to this we're going to add few leaves of curry leaves. If you want to add more, you can, but this is just slowly increasing that flavor in that oil, building up all those flavor, so that our squid will absorb everything as soon as it enters into our dish. Okay, I'm going to lower my heat. So this saute process will take anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes, depending on how high you have your heat. So for this, it will take anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes, give and take. To that, we are going to add half a teaspoon. So before you add your spices, lower your heat and add half a teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of coriander powder, and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. We also need nice black pepper in this. It will be so good when you actually have the calamari in this. Let's saute all this together for a couple of minutes. The aroma from these spices, the pearl onions, ginger, garlic, oh, smells so much like Kerala. Especially when you go visit Kerala in a toddy shop or by the beaches, they have this really, really rich flavors coming through from all the hotels. This is what that reminds me of. At this time, what I like to do is enter my fresh coconut slices into this. Okay, we are adding our fresh, this is half cup of fresh coconut slices. See the vibrance there, look. It's going to be a crunchy, delicious meal tonight. So after our spices has been sauteing for a couple of minutes, now we're going to enter our kombucha. This is that tamarind. So let's give it a mix. You can see that color change. See that? Once this is poured into the dish, let that come to boil. That rich flavor of tamarind will be introduced to our rest of the ingredients. Great. So depending on the kombucha sourness, add your salt. So that's why I'm waiting till the last moment to add my salt. All the mixing is done. Now all we have to do is cover this and let this come to a rolling boil, and we'll show you the next step. Beautiful. So our sauce, the water that we just poured in, has come to rolling boil. Now we're going to introduce our hero, which is 1 pound of squid or calamari. It's somewhat like this. So let's add in all of that. These are very small rounds, so that's why I didn't cut it up. But if you feel this is too big, you can cut yours up. Okay, now it's the time. We need to cover this and let this cook for about 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how high. So my flame right now is on very, very low. I'm going to increase the flame and let this come together, all together. We're going to also season with some salt before we cover it. Because we have that tamarind in, that kombucha, depends all upon that. So taste your curry before you add your salt. Very good. Now we're going to let this do its magic. Okay, we're going to cover this and cook for 7 to 10 minutes. It's time to check, but the aroma, I haven't lifted up, okay? But the aroma from the curry is just coming all here. And I'm getting a nice facial too. Whoa, look at this. Okay? This is something that we need. Tapioca on the side or rice. It's okay. Tapioca might be my best combination. With this, oh my gosh, that is so much like Kerala. Okay, let's give it a stir. Okay. So that all that moisture is going to be evaporated. Because all that flavors are sealing into that calamaris. Now what we're going to do is flavor this with some fresh shallots. This is Indian shallots. So the shallots that we get here are big. But if you go to your Asian market, if you go to your Indian store, their shallots are very small. Okay, I'll show you in the next video. I will show you the size difference and onion difference too. So some of you were asking, why do I explain that? I'll show you the difference later on. So this is 3 shallots that I've very thinly sliced. You're just going to crush it in the palm of your hands and then spread it all in this curry, okay? Why? So that it just spreads evenly and coats all that spices well and sautés even faster, okay? Beautiful. So that's 3 shallots along with some fresh curry leaves. If you don't want to add extra curry leaves, you don't have to, but believe me, by adding that last handful of curries, it does change the curry totally. Let's give it a mix. Okay, after we garnish or added that extra flavor of shallots and curlies, let's close this and let it sit for like a couple of minutes on low flame. Let that seal together, and in case if there's any moisture at all, it will evaporate and come together and it'll be heavenly. Let's check out. Wow. So see that oil around the squid or the calamari? That means our dish is done, completely done. So you gotta try this at home. I mean, seriously, this is so easy. With few ingredients, I think you can make a rich food at home for your loved ones. So you just saw an exotic, something out of the blue, right? This is something very, very special that we try to make, not frequently, but when we do make it, everybody loves it. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe and spending time with me and learned something new. Thank you so much for your love, support, and subscribing to our channel. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.